Welcome back to Port Macquarie Regional Stadium and a very good afternoon. This one should be a cracking fixture in all Central Coast battle. The Doyalson Dragons taking on the Central Coast Dolphins. The Dolphins set to get first use of the ball. James Preston with you in commentary alongside the 20s Origin coach David Stone, and also a bit of a refereeing perspective with Deacon Cameron also joining the booth here. Level 6 referee accreditation as the Central Coast Dolphins start the attack here. Straight away march downfield pretty easily here with Moffat, who drops it off. Now Belcher. Oh, big dive from distance here as well from Luke Moffat on this occasion. They just got him in time. The sun is out in full force. Josh Moffat back here to Belcher. Quick play, looking to launch something with Lennon. Lennon with a couple of dummies, but they can't get through the middle of the defence there.
Good defence there by the Doyalson Dragons. This is an exciting game. Top of the table clash, I think it is, and also a replay of the Country Champs Grand Final. So excited to see how this game pans out.
So Thompson in the 12 is certainly one to watch in the link position. He hops into acting half now. And up into enemy territory they go. Thompson with the quick feed. Oh, the flick pass comes out early. And certainly we know Dean Russell loves seeing a flick pass as long as it actually goes to hands, though.
And there's a classic Doyalson setup there with the passive was a bit flatter on that play, but that's the M2 the Doyalson Dragons love to run.
So Thompson, quick hands here for Fitzpatrick. Back to Thompson, who gets to ground quickly, but not quickly enough to evade the touch there of Lennon. Back to the 7-metre mark they come now. We don't have a direct guide of the timepiece here at the moment because nothing's happening on the stadium screen. The touch comes across here from Lennon, a heavy one as well. No forceful contact though. I think they'll just... No, in fact, it will be ruled as forceful contact there.
Yeah, good chance here by the Doyalson Dragons. We've got Thompson out there in the middle constructing the play with also Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with the ball. Gives a quickie coming in. No, out ball to Thompson. They've got some strike weapons on here. They've also got, I believe it's Johnson that will run a good slide dive.
Here's Thompson out of acting half. Long ball coming, and they keep the width about their play. Jesse Jenkins, I think he might have gone in here. Yes, great ball. Thompson involved. I mentioned he's a danger man to watch, and straight away he produces a result. Yeah,
they had their strike weapons on there in that set of 6, and well-constructed play there by Thompson and Fitzpatrick with Jesse Jenkins finishing in the corner.
So Carly Banks will be very happy with that. Marshalling the troops on the sideline, saying let's continue playing at full throttle.
Good to see a female referee on the men's opens game here. Deacon, do you know who the young lady is?
Yeah, that's actually Rebecca Rogers on the sideline and a well-capable referee here. She's been to Origin. She's actually been to a World Cup, so I'm sure she'll handle this cracker fine.
So around about 3 minutes into the action here. As the pass comes from Flaherty. Quick hands, Flaherty's there once more. Oh, they've worked it nicely here for Ollie Jones, so they strike right back. The Dolphins, tit for tat.
Yeah, well-constructed play there by Flaherty and also Niebel. Flaherty was away yesterday, so they'll have fresh legs. They've got a couple of new guys come in today that were missing yesterday, so Flaherty's got to step up, and he's a real strike weapon here for the Dolphins.
So both sides displaying their attacking wares so far. The Dragons restart things and straight up into pressure them there is Raina Badior, Jared that is. Quick footwork here from Zach's son. The dancing feet once more. Cutting up those blades of grass. Thompson, short ball. I thought they might have gone for a strike dump inside the 7 there. Instead, they'll take it back to the dotted line. I don't think they're going to launch too much on this particular play. No, Thompson just decides, let's head away from the box, but he's got the wrong box on that occasion. Instead, he fires it into a passage, which makes it that much easier for the Dolphins to work the subset. Adida out of acting half and now up over halfway with room to move here for the try scorer, Ollie Jones. Moffat to Belcher. Belcher supplies here for Luke Moffat. And then back to Belcher. The quick strike dump comes. Here comes Lennon at pace. Lennon with the bomb over the top. Jones, somehow managed to stay on inside the field of play, but just couldn't find the try line there.
Yeah, Dafter just holding his width. We all know by now the Central Coast Dolphins, they're very left to right orientated, and Dafter just held a little bit of width, but nice setup there. They faked to go from right to left and switched it back to the left to right, so something new that the Dolphins are trying to create, a bit of misdeception.
Eagleton, of course, the Huster West Hornets
He's
representative, but they've left it behind here. Lennon on the charge. Has he got enough pace? He's certainly looking for it. Ardita comes later. I think they've got him just in time. What about the effort there in defence? Ardita, geez, he strolled up alongside him like the fox.
Yeah, it was two of the under-20s Origin boys, Eagleton versus Lennon there, and good chase by both of them, and unfortunately they just all seem to run into each other.
It's like watching under fives in soccer. They all just follow the ball across the field. You could throw a blanket over them. As Kane pops it back towards the middle. Now Moffat drops it early. Quick hands here. They've worked it beautifully. This time Ardita's support play will come up with a big try, and they work the numbers beautifully there, Deacon Cameron.
Yeah, mate, it's all come off that intercept then from Chris Lennon. There was some really good structure there. Dolphins normally go right, but they went to go the left side that time with Arkia finish it off nice in the corner. It's been a good start from the Dolphins.
So Doyalson now behind the 8 ball. Thompson with a quick roll. Rodimer, of course, New South Wales men's captain for the State of Origin series earlier this year. So both sides full of superstar players. The touch comes in here from Nebel. Thompson, the sharp footwork. They'll play it inside the 7 here. Oh, a little low ball there. They're looking for the bat on. It was difficulty out of 10. They just couldn't find the finish there. After it fell short of him.
Yeah, just that final pass again. Couldn't find it, but well created there. Once again, Little and also Thompson. They've played together for a very long time. Got a very good understanding of how each other play. So they complement each other really well. Good defensive set here by the Doyalson Dragons, pressing hard.
Good to see as well in the grandstand. It's just about packed out. It says a lot for the calibre of the two sides playing here, and that's a great intercept as they quickly try and launch a counter-attack here. Quick release from Lincoln Little. Thompson.
Yeah, you can tell the big guys are on. We've got the couple of men's opens, A-grade teams here playing, and it really brings a crowd, but I think the sun, the weather's also helping the situation. A lot of people have come early that are playing later on and ready to enjoy and watch a good spectacle.
Here comes a great big ball over the top. Dafter looking to punch it back towards the middle. No advantage there, so another set to come. About 7.5 minutes have been played so far.
Big test here. I reckon they're going to send the number 2 Johnson on here. Don't be surprised if they run a quickie link punish play here. He can dive from a long way out. He's got long reach on him, and we saw it well at Country Champs, and whether they run it here as well.
Now, don't just think that those sleeves, the skins there, of course, one of the sponsors of our New South Wales State Cup tournament here. They're not just for show. That's because he does need them, because when he stretches and gets low, he's got to protect the arms. And you're 100% right, Stoney. He's got a great dive on him as Langbridge heads back towards the middle now. No touch, as Langbridge points out. They've got to keep pushing up off the line here. Moffat does so. Johnson, now an option. Johnson goes for a very low dive. Copped a stray knee there as well in the process from Flaherty, all incidental.
Yeah, he copped some punish on them slide dives, but he's persistent with it and he does it very well. He's better on the left side than the right side, but either side he's a threat no matter what.
Sun wrapping around. Do they use him? Not on this occasion. Surely that's played out there from Moffat. Oh, a bit of gamesmanship there. Deacon Cameron, I'll bring you into the fold there, because as a referee, that one would be one of those 50-50 calls you'd have to make.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've got to make the call as quick as we can, but I honestly thought that one was played up, but referee's in a lot better position than we are up in the top of the grandstand here.
So Kane went for the floating cutout pass, didn't find its mark though. Just shy of 9 minutes played. Frenetic pace about it so far as Thompson and also Eagleton rejoin the fray. Out on this grandstand side of the field, Johnson now in at acting half. Eagleton off the right foot. Here is Thompson. So some of the big guns back on deck. It's hard to figure out who isn't a big gun in this side though. Both stacked sides. Thompson, lovely cutout ball out to the back of Johnson. Oh, straight into the face there, which is certainly not played out on this occasion from Lennon. Just clutching at a nose, actually.
They got to call. I reckon they got to call 6 to go on this one.
Jeez, he's unlucky for that one.
That's two 50-50s that hit him in the head, but play on's a call.
That literally reminds me of The Simpsons, where Nelson is punching Milhouse and keeps asking him why you're hitting yourself. Another touch comes across there.
Good defence there by Richardson, I believe it was.
Denied Rodimer a try here with Doyalson looking to level the scoreline. 2 tries to 1, the Dolphins leading. That pass well out in front of the run there for Harry Cash, so no catch for Cash. Marching forward now are the Dolphins. Niebel off to Lennon. Good meters on display here. Nice flow about the set so far, and the transition is reasonably smooth, but that's a nice big heavy touch there. Yeah, nothing forceful, but just stops the momentum.
Oh, bad luck. Fitzpatrick really pressing hard there and stopped the momentum, but luckily for the Dolphins, they get a repeat set, so it's a really good chance here for the Central Coast Dolphins. They're sending on some of their strike weapons in Moffat and Flaherty and Belcher. So it'll be interesting to see what they conjure up here.
Well, here is Belcher now, driving straight and hard at the line. Niebel out there as well. Oh, Moffat. How about the footwork and the cutout pass? It doesn't get much better than that. Josh Moffat, take a bow.
Yeah, no, really good play then from Moffat then. You knew as soon as he come on the field, he was going to play with some intent. They drew the numbers. It was a good finish there by the winger, Josh Ortez.
Yeah, just wrong-footed Fitzpatrick there and got him on his heels, and Moffat on them sharp sweeps. That's his pet play, the sweeper plays, and it's a nice ball, but also Flaherty just pulled the hands out of the road in the link and found the winger with a nice ball.
So another set to play with here. Lincoln Little set to get things back underway here. Good field position now for the Doyalson Dragons. They need to be next to score here because the Central Coast Dolphins are on song so far in this match. It's threatening to split the line here. Thompson now darts back to the middle. Here's another penalty. So Deacon Cameron, explain this. If they get 3, what happens? Yeah,
so we just had the penalty there for not moving forward, but because the other one was actually outside the 7, so if they get 3 more, if they get 2 more here, someone will be sent to the sideline till the next completed set.
So 12 minutes gone. They don't want that to happen. The Dolphins here as the Doyalson Dragons look to make them pay straight away. They get there just in time to deny a definite try otherwise. Thompson to the middle now. Lincoln Little straightens things. Thompson again off the left foot. Thompson into the backfield. Oh, they nearly linked up there. Hit the back of Lachlan Rayner Badior. Not played at it, of course, so now they have a chance to launch a counter-attack. They're moving at pace here. Moffat in at acting half. Oh, heavy touch there. And in fact, it's going to go against the roll ball. So, geez, another 50-50 call. This time it doesn't favour the Dolphins.
Yeah, it doesn't. This is a really good opportunity. I think if the Doyalson Dragons can get a try here, they're really back in this match. At the moment, Central Coast seem to have a bit of the rhythm, but they keep inviting the Doyalson Dragons back into the game, given these repeat sets. And quality, if you give quality too much time, they'll put one on you.
Well, here is Langbridge popping it back on the inside for Daniel Langbridge. Good tracking defence, though, from Luke Moffat. Last play now. 13 minutes gone, 17 to play here at Port Macquarie Regional Stadium.
Got him.
Big old step there. Langbridge promotes it. Johnson, quick hands. It's absolute clockwork from the Doyalson Dragons, who are now roaring and breathing fire.
Yeah, just a one-on-one with a bit of footwork there by Langbridge and just got the numbers, and it's nice, clean, quick passing there by the Doyalson Dragons, and they're back in it, 3-2.
So 16 and a half to play. This is a great exhibition of touch footy on our main stadium field here. Not clearing the ruck cleanly there, so not sure if they have ruled an extra set, though, on that occasion.
Yeah, so we'll see a tap play here. Yes, so obviously in the ruck, slowed down the play. Correct call here. We'll see what the Dolphins can do with it.
So Belcher in at acting half. Belcher at pace now. Splits the defence, looking for some kind of support. Oh, what a ball that is. Somehow getting it under the waiting arms and getting very low. I think he's got there. Flaty's done a great job to secure possession.
Yeah, it was a really good play then. He was able to open them up. Langbridge was questioning, I think, if he gathered the ball before he grounded it. But referee Johnny on the spot there. Happy with the decision there.
Opens a little breathing space here for the Doyalson Dragons, 4-2. Got the big guns back on in Fitzpatrick and Thompson for the Doyalson Dragons, also with Eagleton working in the middle.
Well, they need to be next to score to keep pace with this red-hot Dolphin side as Thompson comes off the right foot. Johnson, a clean pair of hands. However, there was a blade of grass in between, so that would be interesting if we were playing cricket.
He's hurt his back a little bit too here, Johnson, by look. He's holding his groin maybe, so may have picked up a little injury there.
Someone tell Johnson it's not that kind of live streaming. We don't need him to see him holding the groin here. Ball back towards the middle as they straighten it now, the Central Coast Dolphins. Moffat prodding and probing, looking for an opening. Oh, not a great ball though from Nebel back on the inside.
Boys just trying to recycle the ball and get the Dawson Dragons dropping, but yeah, just unfortunately couldn't find the hands. And once again, good field position here by the Dawson Dragons.
So they'll start just shy of the halfway line. Little crabbing across field. Hops in at acting half now and supplies it to Alex Langbridge. He's caught here a little bit slow on this particular play. Little now will look to speed things up. Gets the strike dump. Here he comes again. Lincoln Little. Oh, how good is that? Right, left, bang, getting to ground low. But the Moffat boys did a great job in defence. Langbridge, it's still not over yet, the threat. But that's not a pass that's gone anywhere near its intended target.
That left foot of Langbridge is really sharp. They almost caught Nebel out there, so they've got to be on their toes when he's got the ball. Langbridge coming off a really good rugby league season with the Maitland Pickers. And that, I think that's, I thought that was ball down, but luckily for the Central Coast Dolphins, they're just trying to get off, and nice press defence here for the Dawson Dragons, which is keeping them in the game. And looks like there's a bit of mouthing off going on. The referees stopped the game here, so I think this is Simmons possibly has been questioned. They got to play on, just a verbal warning, I believe.
So, yes, play on is indeed the call. So the Dolphins continue marching upfield here. Luke Kane back out there. One of the architects in the middle of the pitch, but geez, they've got plenty to pick from. Here is one of them now, Belcher, crabbing across field. Rainer Badior at first receiver, now takes it. Heavy touch coming in there from Little. Flaherty can't find a way through, and Little wants to get on with things very quickly. Snatches the ball from his grasp. Wrapping around now and playing at pace. Trying to work up plenty of meterage here now. They've called this one against the Dragons.
That's a Dawson trait there by Little, getting on the ball early and trying to catch the Dawson Dragons retreating on touch one so they can get early momentum. That's a real Carly Banks coach team there, getting on the ball and really trying to get the Dolphins on the back foot straight away.
So instead, what we do now find is that the Dolphins have great field position here. Belcher turns it back to the middle for Luke Kane. Kane drops it about 8 metres shy of the try line. Oh, Moffat saw Langbridge retreating, tried to get him on the angle.
Good defence there. Good covering defence by Zach Sun. One-on-one with Moffat is dangerous, but Sun there covering Langbridge on the inside.
Flaherty with the long ball over the top. Will they try and pop the pass? They've done a good job there in cover defence. Jesse Jenkins offering nowhere for the wing to go in the form of Ollie Jones. Quick hands here from the Dragons as Langbridge now drives straight up through the middle. Is there a touch? Oh, they've called him back.
I thought they were offside there, but referees called them on. So, but the quick transitioning there by the Dawson Dragons.
Yeah, there's some question there. He was back to 7, but the referees called him back. I don't think Langbridge was happy with it, but we play on anyway.
So Dragons still with the ball here. Midway through enemy territory. Easy meters on offer for that particular play. Now, were they ever back this time again? So another questionable call here with the 7.
Yeah, another questionable call then. Probably a bit short then, but obviously touches a quick game and we're playing on.
It's a short passing here for the Dolphins. Up over halfway they come. Pressure in there from Fitzpatrick to make the touch. They've gotten away with potentially another one there, the Dolphins. Last play now. Here comes Flaherty. Nebel, Lennon. Oh, Lennon has way too much pace, but Langbridge got him right at the death. I thought he was off for a moment. And jamming in out of the line there is German. So both sides really playing up-tempo style here as we come inside the final third of the match with just over 10.5 minutes remaining. Thompson crabs across field with the left foot. Now Little picking up the pace. Thompson goes for a dart himself. What a ball that is. Quick hands. Jenkins for the corner. Oh, yes, baby.
Yeah, there's the old Dawson play with Thompson out of half, finding the back man, and it's easy 2-on-1 and well constructed there by the Dawson Dragons. They've really stepped the pace up here. Let's see if the Dolphins can bite back and go with them on this speed.
Yeah, so good play then. Obviously, the experience is showing out in Dill Thompson. And we'll see if the more experienced boys now can lift, as we'll see referee Rebecca Rogers calling both captains together. We'll see what happens out of this.
Yeah, we can see there's a couple of decisions. The Doyalson Dragons, they're definitely in the game, but they need to keep their heads. And the game has definitely stepped up a couple of gears here. So this is really shaping up for a good finish, this game.
Yeah, you'll see the message coming back to the box as the Doyalson manager telling the players to all settle down here, to just play footy.
So 9.5 to go. There is plenty of footy still to be played. Dropped off here. Flaherty trying to switch the emphasis. Ball over the top. Good pressure, though, from Jenkins. It would have been an absolute miracle if Jones was able to get that to ground. Jenkins plays it quickly. Nice quick hands, too. Langbridge in the centre of the field. Touch comes in from Moffat. Eagleton back out there now. He receives the ball. Quick hands. Rodimer now has a bit of room to work with. Dafter back towards the middle. Under pressure is Fitzpatrick. He gets it once more here. Belcher with the big touch. Thompson drives hard at them. Belcher, I think he just got back in time. That's a great piece of tracking defence there from Belcher.
Yeah, good defensive shape there by Belcher. We know how fast Dawson, but Thompson can be. And yeah, well defended there by Belcher.
Here he is again with the run up over halfway. And they'll get another set to work with here, all offside of the Doyalson Dragons. Ardita will try and get himself back into the contest here. Really hasn't seen much of the ball at all so far.
Yeah, been a little bit quiet. We haven't called him a real lot in this game, but we all know what he can possess, and the great try he finished off yesterday in the game we called. It was one for the highlight reels, that one.
So Raina Badior in the centre of the field now. Kane from distance, diving a long way. Fitzpatrick did a good job to stop him, though. Back to that 7 metre mark they go. 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining.
We'll see Lennon on a sweep here. Lennon on a sweep and step back.
Here he is now. Lennon stepping off that left foot. Ardita keeping the width. Tried to pop it back on the inside. But well tracked in defence there, Deacon.
Yeah, good read then from the Doyalson winger. Obviously good play then from Chris, but again, defence wins games.
Well, Stoney, we were talking about bull rush in the previous game. I think German thought he was playing it there. He came shooting out of the line.
He was flying out of the line, but here we can see defensive pressure. Both teams are really pressing hard, and good chance here for the Doyalson. Get themselves a little gap in the scoreline again. Send Moffat back on with Lennon again, and both Moffat boys. We'll see if a bit of a backyard trick can come in play here.
And Belcher now too, so literally as many big guns as you can think of. They've put them all out there at once. Just over 7 remaining. The two Moffat boys, Belcher and Lennon. Here is Lennon. Dropping it off. Belcher, big ball over the top. Perhaps needed to play a little more simple there because Waters had nowhere to go. 7 remaining. Jenkins works it away from the Doyalson Dragons end. Moffat comes in for the touch. Nice little ball here for Daniel Langbridge, who drops it off now. Sun, Langbridge, and then Sun again out of acting half. Langbridge coming down the short grandstand side of the field. Thompson to the open passage. Rodimer with a quick ball there. Oh, Adidas way too quick, just jogging, and he makes up the ground.
Yeah, good speed there from Adita, and that's their pet play, the Doyalson Dragons. Man out the back, and they normally try and create that 2-on-1, but just that genuine speed of Adita defended that well there.
Geez, you've got to feel sorry for Tommy Dafter coming up against Ardita out there. He's not going to get too much joy trying to squeeze along the sideline.
A bit of a mismatch in speed, but Dafter, he can hold his own in this division, and he's been a stalwart for the Doyalson Dragons for a long time on the wing, and he can hold his own.
So Langbridge plays it off here. Johnson in at acting half. And the touch comes in from Flaherty. Fitzpatrick. Roll ball here, close to that 7 metre mark. Heavy contact, but nothing forceful. Last play now for the Dragons. And that one is a little bit more iffy from the Luke Kane, but they won't pull him up on it. Certainly a little bit of get out of here about it.
There's still some physicality in this game. These are men's opens. So they can get a little bit push and shove sometimes. And there's a penalty again. Another good opportunity here by the Dolphins.
Yeah, Doyalson player just got caught in the ruck then. We'll see what Dolphins can do with the ball here We've got Moffat on.
This is Kyle German now with it. Moffat in an acting half, receives it back. Now try and launch something here from the 7-metre mark. Moffat, shooting out of the line. Great defence. Jamming in. I think there might have been Simmons who did that. 5 to go. 7 away. Moffat. Oh, was there a touch or not? I'm not sure there was a touch on Moffat there. He simply did a roll ball.
Yeah, I probably agree with you on that one. I don't think there was a touch then from the Doyalson player, but we play on them. We see what Doyle can do with the ball.
Here come the Dragons now. They need to be next to score. They trail by 1 with less than 5 minutes remaining as Little crabs across to the centre of the field now. Up over halfway. Still finding good meterage here. Raina Badior makes the touch. Little once more tireless in this set. Gets a good strike dump here. Thompson at the line. They fling the pass out, but straight into the waiting arms of the Dolphins. Can they launch a counter-attack now? Straight towards the substitutions area they head. How's the transition look? Not too bad so far. Johnson hangs out one of those big long arms and makes the touch. Belcher now. Off to Flaherty. Quick hands here to Waters. Belcher picking up easy meters. Last play now. Flaherty with a couple of dummies. The late delay on the pass. Getting to ground. Luke Kane crabbing down. However, I think Thompson has done enough here. That's an incredible touch.
Yeah, it was a late switch. I think they need to hold their width there with Flaherty. There was holes opening up, but just a late switch. Kane almost got through the centre of them, but well defended there by Thompson.
So through the middle of the park now with Johnson up towards halfway. Rodimer back into the action, as is Zach Sun. Here he is now. Sun gets it once more. Langbridge all to ground. Belcher, that was a bit too much in that one. They'll have another word here.
Yeah,
the officials.
We may see some further action here, as Jeremy Belcher's been forced subbed here. The referee's taking control of it now. We've got 3 minutes left. It'll be interesting to see what Langbridge and Sun can do here in the middle.
I don't think the Dolphins will mind that too much, though. Belcher's one of their key attacking exponents, so if anything, it might give him a bit of a rest. Here is Sun with 3 minutes on the clock. Langbridge stops on his run. Pops it back here to Rodimer, who's caught. Johnson, Rodimer, the long bomb over the top. Dafter looking for the corner. Great cover defence there from Waters.
Well defended there with the long ball, but you see Rodimer's been sent out, throw his left to right passes.
Here he is again, Rodimer, Langbridge, flat. Johnson has come up with a pass that would be better suited to the...
Yeah, good shutdown there, defence by Jones. He really read that play out the back well, and they're holding firm here, the Dolphins. This is a good test for them. We see in some big games they haven't quite been able to complete it, so it's a good test here for later on in the tournament whether the Dolphins can finish this game off.
Well, just over 2 minutes remaining, of course, in the group stages. There is no drop-off, so if they can hold them out here, even with one extra try, still at least get some sort of result here, the Dolphins, but they are in pole position, and the switch was on there, but wasn't read, unfortunately, from Niebel.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that was a bit accidental, that one. They apologised straight away. But how fast are these boys moving forward in defence? Both teams, their press defence is really hard, and it's been a real strike weapon for both teams to get early cheap turnover in this game.
They are charging up the field in defence as Doyalson trying to launch a raid here, and I think that's a good call from the referee. Stepped up in the line there.
Yeah,
Luke
he put his hand out to make the touch. I do agree with that one. That would be a 6 to go.
So this is a real good opportunity now, probably the final opportunity of the match. There's just over a minute remaining. If they play this set smartly, they can potentially score a try and then leave almost no time for the Dolphins to try and launch a counter-attack of their own. Moffat got there very quickly. And another set to play with here. So they're happy to work through the time that's remaining. Now under a minute here with Thompson in the centre of the ground. Gives it for Fitzpatrick. Thompson, 7 away. Fitzpatrick. How about that with the splits? And he somehow splits the defence in the process. Moffat is protesting, but Fitzpatrick has done a gymnastics move and has levelled the scores here. 4 tries apiece with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, they've got no time to argue here. They can hit back. They've got plenty of time on the clock if they hurry up, but I was a bit questionable about the ball from the ruck, but Fitzpatrick, he is a big game player. He stepped up again and put the Doyalson back into the game.
Well, they'll have time here. So level scores 4 apiece. Kane is out there, as is Flaherty and Josh Moffat. Here is Moffat now. Moffat for the line. Did they get there in time? Oh, they've just got him. 10 seconds on the clock. They might get one more shot at him here. They've all turned around to take a look at the clock. Moffat's got to get to ground for the strike dump. They're going to run out of time. Flaherty, Moffat now. Well, they've absolutely butchered this particular play. Can they pull it out of the fire, though? Kane, no, they can't. They had to take the touch and try and launch from the dump. But, geez, what an entertaining game we've just seen there. Dave Stone and Deacon Cameron.
Yeah, it was a really good game. It was end-to-end. I think the strongest thing for both teams was the defence. The defence probably made that thing the most exciting bit. Hopefully we see both teams possibly in the grand final, but some really good end-to-end footy.
Yeah, that could have been a pre-match grand final or semi-final. Two top teams in this division, and it's really exciting touch. Both country teams, good to see them competing against the city counterparts. And we've almost got another men's A-grade comp team coming up here between, looks like Penrith and Parramatta. So we've gone from a country champs grand final into one of the semi-finals from the Borden Cup. So this will be another exciting clash, James.
Certainly will. So all the action set to continue with the men's Open A division. A battle for the West between the Penrith Panthers and Parramatta Eels. But at full time for this one, the Battle of the Central Coast. It is the Doyalson Dragons 4, the Central Coast Dolphins 4, a level ball game. And all the action continuing here in about 5 minutes on New South Wales Touch Football Facebook.